Hi, this is Mark with IntroNetworks. In the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about creating groups and best practices that we've learned for how to make groups really work great. So the thing to understand with groups is it helps us focus attention on a topic or a task. So if you're thinking about a group inside of a network, you want to decide what the context is going to be for that group. So why are you creating it? And what's your goal in creating that group? Is it to foster conversation? Is it to solve a problem? Is it to work on a specific project? Is it to share information? So there's a lot of reasons, but you really need to be clear on what that goal is. Then you need to understand what your strategy is. Is this a passive group? Is it a very active group? Is it going to be managed by you? Is it going to be managed by you and a couple of other people? You want to understand all of that before you get going to be most successful. You also need to understand up front what's in it for the people in the group. Why should they join? You're going to need to be able to communicate that early on when you invite them so they understand why they should even join this group. And then finally, what do you need them to do? Is it you need them to contribute resources, you need them to post content in form of articles, you need them to help find other people to join the group. Whatever that is, you need to be very explicit about it so everybody knows going in exactly how this group that's going to help focus attention on a topic is going to work. Let me show you how. So here I am inside the Fielding Community Connections alumni network, and this is the dashboard. So when you create a group, it's going to show up here. You can change your dashboard. I have mine set to show recent groups. You could also look at most popular groups. And so you can see all of the groups there. So you may find one. So you want to make sure your description is really vibrant so people go, oh, that looks like a really interesting group. I want to join that. So let's dive in. So I thought what would be interesting would be to create a group for people who are passionate or focused on organizational development, which happens to be something in the network. So if I select that as a search and I search for it, I just want to see, are there enough people that are interested in this to possibly warrant having a group? And it turns out there are 80 people in this. So that seems like that's a good idea. We could probably get those people interested. So we're going to go over here and select groups. And under groups, I can see all of the groups that are available to me, because I want to check to see if there maybe isn't already a group on organizational development already set up. So the first thing I do is, notice over here in groups, I click the Create button, and that takes me into the Creating a Group menu. So here, the various things I can do is I can upload a graphic icon. And I went out on the internet and found a rights-free image to use. It's actually the Fielding logo, of course. And we're going to call this, now what I did is, just to get ready for this, I made a little cheat sheet. So I have a name here. We're going to call this the Organization Development Group. I'm going to paste that right in here. And then the summary of that group is that if this is a group for those interested in organizational development, you could clearly put something a little more interesting, but you see what I'm doing. And then a long description, and this, you want this to have lots of keywords in it, because as people search for groups, they're going to want to be able to, you want your group to be found. So the group category, it's a special interest group. And then you need to decide, are we going to have resources? Are there going to be calendars? Are there events for this group? Or there'll be forums. So by default, why don't we just turn them all on, and we'll go to the next button. Now, here is where we look at tags, so you can tag this group, and I'm going to show you some examples. So we're going to go down and say, we're going to put organizational development as a passion and focus. And the reason we're doing this is because now our group will show up in the main pin view, and other people may find it that way as well. The next thing you can do is you can add to those tags. You hit the edit button, and then you can add words. I'm going to show you a couple of other groups that were set up that they did a great job of this, so you'll see. And this is so that when people join the group, they can actually extend their profile with specific things in these 4 categories related to organizational development. Now here comes the next thing that's interesting, is the members area. So if I want to invite members to join my group, I can search by name, but I can also do that search that I did earlier. So I'm going to go and search for organizational development, and I'll search. Now, by the way, you could also add a field, and you might want to search within a certain area, like I want people in a certain state, or I want people, like for instance, if you're building a local group or a specific city. You could do all of that super easy. We'll hit the search. Now what it does is it went and found those 79 people, and you can see them all here. Now I can add all of those people to the group just like that, or I can just add one person at a time very easily, so I could subtract all of those people. But I'm not actually going to create this group, so I'm not going to invite all of them. But the next thing you would do is you would click Invite Selected. And what this is going to do is going to bring up a little notification. So now I can type in a note. We have just started this and thought you would be interested. Just click Accept to join, and we welcome you. So something simple like that. Now I'm not going to send this because I'm not going to, out of the blue, invite all these people. But that's all you need to do. Okay? So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to cancel this. So I don't have anybody in the group right now, but I'm going to say we're finished. So now I have my group. There it is, organizational development. Notice I have resources, forums, and a calendar. So I'm going to go to the resources area, and there's nothing there right now. So I want to create my first resource, because when people join the group, I want them to see it. And I said, and this is the Wikipedia definition of, so I'm going to spell that right, definition of organizational development. And then I go back to my little cheat sheet where I have that already set up for myself, and I'll just paste this in. So you could go in and add as much text as you want. You could add files. You might want to update a PowerPoint presentation or a PDF file. Then I'll save that. And you want to have things, you want to do keywords so people can find resources very easily. Let's go back to our group, and we'll see here that there is also a calendar, so you can add an event on the calendar. And there is also the forum area. So in the forum area, this is where you can add a topic very simply. And here I can also add resource files. But my first topic is going to be, explains this group. Okay, so why did we create the organizational development group? And then I will paste in this, and then I'll click OK. So now someone can come in, and they'll click on that, and they will be able to read it, and they can reply to that, and they can, now we have conversations going. Now, what I'm going to do, because you're going to watch this video and you're going to look for this group, I'm going to remove this group, because groups should really be set up by the members of the Fielding Community Connections. And I just wanted to show you exactly how to do it. It's very, very simple. And we'll see, hold on. We'll see when I log back in that the recent resources shows there's something from organizational development, recent group, and there's a recent forum post. So this is how people will see your group. You want to make sure you put in a really interesting image that's going to call attention to it. and have fun with the groups. Remember, if you at any time need help, just click the little help button down here or hit the contact us button, and we're here to make sure you get the most out of it. Thanks a lot.